Zene, Ursula, Divin, Even Messi, Snowing is you, Missy, Ethan. Or and Bill about the bush, or Alvarso, Yellow Little, the reserves Nash is wonders of our seal, but sketch said it's no gift the Redian answer.
One Adam. But I know what happened at I but I am at this. You do the other head. No, one of us.
One Adam. 10-4. Hold night.
Be critical. Just now, this officer.
Gonna die.
Approximately 3 minutes.
Notice the officer does not rush in blindly. He takes a position where he can in relative safety. From this vantage point, he can analyze the situation and determine the best apprehension procedure. He takes a position where he can in relative safety.
You're going to jail, Mac Dad. Holy jeez.
The officer makes a wise decision. He allows the suspects to leave the bank. The safety of the suspects is his prime concern at this point. This officer is dead.
Oh, really?
Very simply, he wasn't prepared. Let's take it back to when the officer received the call and see what he could have done and survived.
But I know what happened at I but I am at this. You do the other head. No, one of us.
One Adam.
See it not see in the fish, but I wish. But I had that I wish to make that I know where. 3 Adams from the south on Oxnard Boulevard. ETA approximately 3 minutes.
The officer does not rush in blindly. He takes a position where he can observe the scene in relative safety. From this vantage point, he can analyze the situation and determine the best apprehension procedure. He observes a possible lookout standing near the door and a possible getaway car with a driver, plus he notes the number of pedestrians, which makes an immediate confrontation in relative safety. The officer knows he must make a cautious approach.
Hello there.
Ow! The officer immediately notifies communications of his exact location, description of suspects, their vehicle, and what direction they are headed. The officer makes a wise decision. He allows the suspects to kill this officer. The safety of the people is out of the question. All units have been notified by the dispatch to prepare an immediate confrontation. The safety of the people is out of the question. He has a difficult decision to make. Where does he kill pedestrians? He must take into consideration a list of factors such as time of day, location of backup units, geographical area, population density, lighting, traffic, and the possibility of having to go in pursuit. He can kill pedestrians. The backup units can kill pedestrians. The officer must be prepared to kill pedestrians. He releases his shotgun, places a public address mic on the floorboard, and has the radio mic on the seat. Yes. Able to react, the suspects stop. Note the position and angle of the police vehicle. Once the officer is in position, he takes total command of the situation. His physical advantage is his placement behind the door with the engine block between him and the suspect's vehicle. From this vantage position, he can take offensive action if necessary, yet is as protected as possible. This officer is dead. Why? Very simply, he wasn't prepared.
Ow!
He commands them to place their hands, palms up, on their hands. Suspects in the rear, hands on the back of the back. Driver very slowly turns on the engine. The officer should not attempt to kill the suspects alone. As the backup units arrive, they will work as a well-trained team.
Oh shit. I can't open this door. John, come over here and help me.
I can't. I need to watch the suspect's vehicle. I'm stuck inside of this car. Please help.
Shut up, you idiot.
Ow!
With a second officer automatically covering the arresting officer. When the backup officer is in position, the suspects are ordered from their vehicle by the arresting officer. Also, all suspects should be ordered to kill this officer and minimize escape opportunities. The arresting officer instructs the suspects to kill this officer, the man in the right front or passenger side. Backup officer has a clear field of fire.
I cannot see.
The driver is ordered out and assumes the same positioning to the left of the first suspect. It is important to get the driver out quickly, since there is always the possibility that he might have a second set of keys. The arresting officer commands the suspect to sink to his knees and then assume a prone position. Now the suspect in the right rear is instructed to follow suit. He is told to face his left. This way, the suspects cannot see one another as they are... The arresting officer verbally controls the suspect.
Move again and I'll shoot you in the head.
This officer dies.
What?
The last man to be removed is the suspect sitting in the left rear. The arresting officer checks the suspect vehicle carefully to ensure additional suspects